What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I am Running Mouth, and we're coming at you from Running Mouth Survival. Today, I'm actually joined by the awesome best friend, Jen. So we'll go over into her. She'll have a very intricate role in this challenge that we're doing. So I've been asked by people, and I've also seen people do the dollar store challenge, where basically you give yourself a set limit, and you see if you can create a survival kit or a bug out bag for that amount of money at the dollar store. So I was thinking about that, and I saw a lot of people's ideas, but I was like, wouldn't it be more fun to pick someone who has no survival experience to have them go and pick the items at the dollar store and then go from there? And so what we decided to do was I gave her a limit. We said $20. You have $20 to create a survival kit.
And I'm over here going, $20 at the Dollar Tree? Yeah.
And the thing is that with that $20, we also set the parameter that it would be a 72-hour bug out bag. Instead of like, oh, well, this I can go survive in the woods for the rest of my life, or I can survive for a week. We wanted to give it just an emergency survival kit for 72 hours for a bug out bag. Also, this is Sayuri.
I was going to say, we need to address the elephant in the room.
This is Sayuri. She is going to be my tactical kitty today. As you can see, she's got her camo on, so you can barely see her in the video. So she's hanging out with us.
There was no getting her off the table.
No, she was like, you guys are there, so am I. So that's tactical kitty, so make sure you say hi to her in the comments below. But no, so the parameters are as a 72-hour bug out bag for her or someone to survive. So I gave her the $20. We went to the Dollar Tree, or we're going to the Dollar Tree. And what we're going to do from there is she's going to pick the items. Then I'm going to watch her, and I'm not going to correct her. I'm not going to make any changes. I'm going to afterwards buy items that I feel would be better. Now at the end, you guys can comment below and say, Running Mouth, you're crazy. I would have gone with what she went with. Or you can be like, Jen's going to die.
Oh my gosh.
So basically it's one of those things is, a survival kit is it going to keep you alive? That's what we're here to teach you and see if we can educate her. But we were talking about it, and she all of a sudden went nuts. She just started writing down this list of things that she knows.
I got really excited because I've never done this before. I've never had to go survive. I don't even think I've ever camped for real. Okay, I've glamped maybe, but I hated it. So I've never done this before, but I've been around you long enough and we've watched enough shows. I'm like, oh, I got this. I think I got this. And judging by his face while I made my list, I don't know if I got this. He didn't
I didn't tell her a word. I was just like, I'm just watching. I'm like, oh, okay.
And I don't think I'm going to get everything on that list. I wrote more than 20 items. I'm like, oh yeah, this. And I think the hardest part is going to be choosing what.
Mm-hmm. One of the best ideas was when she was making the list was to have extra items in case we went there and she was like, well, I want a boombox. And they don't have a boombox for $1.
Where would I plug that in?
I know, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It was a good idea to pre-plan her attack. We're ready?
Are you really gonna make me do this? Like,
yes.
not buy the stuff. Are you really gonna make me go survive for 72 hours?
Would that be a good next video?
Please no.
Or would you guys maybe down the line want to see me survive with that?
Please, I'm begging you. All right, let's go to the store.
All right, you ready to go?
Yes.
All right, I'll tell you what, I'll even buy the products since it's my video.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. We just got back from the Dollar Tree. Everything's wiped down. Everything's good to go. Ultimately, I think you spent just under the $20 with tax and everything. So, because I didn't even think about that, I was like, man, she was like, what about tax? And I was like, nope, I guess you're out on a couple items.
Yeah.
So, we went through and we walked down the aisles, and I watched her just go to town. And at first I was like, all right. She started picking stuff, and I was like, very interesting. So one of the first things that she actually grabbed, she actually beelined directly for the hardware section and got this multi-use knife, 8-in-1. It's got scissors, a knife, a can opener, Phillips screwdriver, nail file, bottle opener, corkscrew, and flat screwdriver.
I'm a big fan of all-in-one kind of things, and I figured I could get the most bang for my literal buck. So.
Because I know the first thing you said is you need a knife, and they didn't have a standalone knife there.
They did in the kitchen section, but I have had too many of those handles break on me from Dollar Tree, and I thought this looked a little bit more industrial. It looked a little bit more useful.
Yeah, I like it. That's one that I would have gone for. So good call on that. Next thing she went for was these tarps. They are 4 foot by 6 foot tarps, and she got 2 of them. Why would you grab a tarp?
I figured I could use it to shelter and or lay on.
Okay.
So
Very smart play. These are crazy valuable, especially in like a wilderness survival. If you're cold, you could also wrap yourself in it. It's not the most thermal thing, but it's better than nothing. So, but definitely this will protect you from the elements. So.
I only wished it was bigger, but you get what you get from Dollar Tree.
But 4 by 6 isn't a bad start. But then you also got a shower liner, which is 70 inches by 72 inches. So it's a good size too.
It's a little thinner than that, but it's bigger. So if I needed to cover the ground, like more ground with that, I figured I could use that or roll up in it or something.
Very cool. Very, very many purposes for tarps and anything. So very cool.
So I'm not gonna die yet.
Not yet. So then the next thing that she went for was how to start a fire. And she grabbed a 3-pack of lighters. So why did you pick lighters over matches?
I've had a lot of trouble with matches, just lighting candles at home, and I figured it's only 72 hours. I don't have to worry about running out of lighter fluid in 72 hours unless literally I'm just gonna hold it like I'm at a concert, but concerts aren't really happening right now, so. And I got 3 for 1 in this pack, so.
Very good choice because like you said, the 3-pack. One of the other good things is the top part. It's basically like a flint and steel to light a fire. So even if these go out, you can still use that to spark a fire. So.
I don't know how to do that.
Well,
That's why I'm subscribed to your channel, sir, so that I can learn these things.
So as long as you have lighter fluid, I guess you're okay. So.
Oh, good.
And then she went for water. A water container. This is just a clear plastic water bottle with a lid, which can hold, I'm assuming, 20, maybe.
I think it's 24 ounces. Yeah. I think.
So 28 ounces.
Okay.
So, but why would you pick this over getting a bottle of water?
Well, you could reuse the bottle of water, but this is a little bit better designed, I would think, and I like the fact that I could hook it onto something. Like, literally I could open the cap, put it through my belt, and then close it if I had to, if I didn't have another way of hanging it.
Okay.
And also just the capacity of this bottle is bigger than most of the water bottles you're gonna get that you can actually carry.
I gotcha. So you went for basically more functionality because you know that you can go and get water pretty much anywhere as long as you purify it in one way or another.
Unless you're gonna throw me in the desert for 72 hours, then yes.
In an urban survival situation where if you're having a bug out, more than likely you're gonna have access to faucets, toilets, anything that might have water. So also make sure you drink out of the top part of the toilet, not the bottom. Then she went for something that I honestly didn't know that she was gonna grab. And she grabbed 2 sets of cord. She got a poly rope, which is about 50 foot. And she got, what is it?
Hot pink paracord.
Hot pink paracord, about 25 foot. Now, cordage is probably, if I had knife and a cordage, I'm pretty much set in the wilderness. But why did you go for cordage?
I originally went for this rope because I thought I could use it to string up the tarp as a way to shelter. Then I also saw that there was paracord and I went for the bright colors in case I can't seem to find my way out. I am bright and people can find me. So
having bright colors, both are great ways to, even if you have to like tie it off on a tree to mark where your path is, or to remind you, where you're going, or like you said, to signal to people, hey, someone's been this way. So also it's great if you drop it, you can find it.
And also I just know that this kind of cordage, you've told me, is the most durable, and I didn't know it was there until after I already grabbed this one, and then I was like, well, let's get both. It's fine. I'll take one of the cans of food or something off. Good
call. I mean, you can never have too much cordage unless you have like crazy amounts. But for 72 hours, this will definitely get you through.
I'll probably just use it to like braid into my hair if I don't use it though.
Just have some fun with it.
Because it's literally the same color.
So the next thing that you grabbed was aluminum foil. Why would you grab aluminum foil?
To cook with. I don't know how to cook outside without a stove or a functioning cook device, but I do remember from lots and lots of things that foil can be useful for cooking while camping.
Aluminum foil has multi-purposes.
Ooh, and I have reheated my bagel sandwich using foil on the hood of my car. So...
But yeah, you can use it to cook, you could use it as multiple things, a signaling device, anything like that. So definitely a good one, plus it has a sturdy roll, and it's got not a very sharp serrated edge for you to cut certain things, whether you might get a good start on your tarp, but your knife would do that for you. Now, you also grabbed a cake pan, which this one actually caught me off guard as she went for it. Why would you grab a cake pan?
They didn't have pots. I was like, well, they don't have pots. I need something to like heat things up in that's metal, and this was the only thing that they had, so I went for a cake pan.
This is something that I would have grabbed too because it's durable, and again, you can cook in it, you can store water if you need to. Let's say something happens to your bottle, carry water, you can do everything with this. So
didn't even think about that.
You could also dig if you needed to. So great call on that.
Accident.
And you got a vanilla scented candle. What was this for? Were you wanting to smell good while you're out surviving?
In case I suck at starting a fire. I know how to light a candle, and then I can get a bunch of stuff and then like light it on fire, or at least have a candle, and it'll make the area smell better.
It's also a great thing to have for a long-term light source if you want to try to keep your light source small, so that way if you're being tracked or if you're trying to hide out from marauders or anything like that, this is a great way to have a little bit of light, but it's also not a giant fire that people can smell. Well, I guess they could smell this, but that people not necessarily can see. Like if a giant fire is going, you're gonna see that. So this is a great way to keep your area small and lit.
Should I have gotten unscented?
I mean, I guess in the wilderness, if all of a sudden people started smelling vanilla, or in like a building.
It was like, is there a coffee shop?
But I mean, in a survival situation, which we're talking about, you're not necessarily hiding from anybody.
Yeah.
So this is a great way to just keep a flame going, so that way, and you can also carry your flame to the next place if you need to. So nice. All right, so you got a water additive. Basically, it looks like.
Yeah, I was hoping that they would have something like Propel or Gatorade or something, but they only had Crystal Light, which honestly, I shouldn't have spent the money on now that I think about it, because it doesn't have in it what I was going for. It makes the water more palatable, but what I was looking for with like Powerade or anything like that was B vitamin complex or some kind of like energy giving nutrient that they usually put into these things.
Okay. So this right now, it does have some sugar, some carbs, things like that, a little bit of calories. It's definitely a little like spoonful to help you boost your water. So not bad. It's a good way.
It'll make it easier to drink.
I see that you got 2 packs of bagels.
Yes.
So for 72 hours, 2 packs of bagels. Why would you pick bagels?
Well, first of all, bagels have way more nutrition in it. Even nasty like white sugar, white carb bagels, they have more nutrition in it than you could ever imagine. There are 5 grams of protein per bagel, which actually is pretty low now that I'm thinking about it as far as bagels go, but I assume dollar store, they are a little small. But 5 grams of protein per bagel, but you also have 46 grams of carbs and 220 calories. You can get pretty full on a bagel. I eat like 5 a day, so I understand bagels, and it's a food that I like, and I think that's important for a survival situation. Like if you're gonna go out for 72 hours, have something you like. It's very flavorful as well, so it adds to the experience of eating, but mostly I went for dense nutrition, not just calories, but it has the protein in it. And think about it, 1 for breakfast, 2 for lunch, 2 for dinner, and then I can do 1 for breakfast, 2 for lunch. That's 5 meals out of 2 bags of bagels. And how many meals do you eat in 72 hours? Typically 9. So adding this to the other food, I got 5 whole meals out of that.
And the best part is these are lightweight in your bag, so they're not going to weigh you down too much. And like you said, also Jen is a certified nutritionist, so that's one of the reasons why I also brought her along on this. so that way she can review all these items.
All this stuff I don't know anything about, but you want to talk about surviving and you want to talk about food? I'm like, I got you, because I have noticed a lot of survivalists go, oh, we need dense calories, you need calories, you need calories. And I'm sitting over here going, you're missing some stuff. You need nutrients to survive as well. You need vitamins, you need protein, you need the carbohydrates, you need fat. You need to find something that has fat in it to eat. This was a little challenging though, because I'm vegan. So finding vegan food that I can survive on at the dollar store has been, it was tricky.
Yeah. All right. So we got.
I'm gonna eat those later.
Right. So you got a couple meals out of bagels, or at least something to get you through to the next.
Oh yeah, that's an easy. I'm getting tired snack. Just pick out a bagel, eat it on the go, easy.
The next thing that she got was brown sugar baked beans.
Same thing, y'all. I mean, there's 4.5 servings per container, and each serving has 5 grams of protein in it. That is over 20 grams of protein. That's crazy. In one can, it's got 27 grams of dietary fiber in the can. It's got no fat. So I did bad on the fat part, but I think that's the vegan at the dollar store issue. But it's got a lot of sodium, which is actually really, really good because it's an electrolyte. So what I love about the bagels is that they don't require any cooking, but at night when I'm ready to just sit down and not do anything, I can cook these or not.
Yeah,
these
you
are
can eat these straight out of the...
Baked beans are much better because it's not just like a can of beans. It needs to be like cooked and seasoned. These are pre-seasoned. Open the can and eat. So.
And I mean, technically it says you have 4.5 servings. So even if you went to the minimum amount of food, you have well over 3 days worth of...
Oh yeah, I would probably eat half of this at a time just to get the 260 calories or about 300 calories out of this can, which is a decent amount for a survival meal.
Yeah.
And that's 10 grams of protein or a little bit more, 12 grams of dietary fiber, a little bit more depending on the half.
The best part about these cans, once you open them, you can cook in them. You can use them for water storage. You can actually cook other items in them, not just the beans. So,
I didn't need to buy a pot.
no, you could have saved that $1 and got more bagels.
I could have gotten more bagels.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah. And we're not going back.
Oh no.
Now, this was an interesting choice. She went straight for the animal crackers, these chocolate animal crackers.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. First of all, these seem like they're a bad choice, but in one bag you get a lot of little munchy foods that you can kind of keep eating little bits of all day, which is great for keeping your energy up. Small meals, small snacks, really great for keeping your energy up. These have 2 grams of protein per 16 animal crackers. So there's 8 servings in this whole thing. There is 16 grams of protein in this whole bag. So as a snack goes, I thought about, candy, that's quick sugar. You can just eat like a lozenge or something, but that's only sugar. That's gonna make you crash. This has the protein, it has the carbs, it has everything in it. It's even got fat in it. Here's where I'm getting my fat, guys. 3 grams of fat per 16 cookies. So 3 times 8, there is 24 grams of fat in this whole thing. I'm just gonna eat this whole thing. No. And also, just any nutritionist will probably tell you it's important to have something that you enjoy eating. Just
It's your comfort snack.
Yes, if you're alone in the woods, you need a little comfort, I would say, and I found it. So.
And the last item that she purchased was a bag to hold it all in.
Yeah, I made an interesting bag choice. They don't really sell backpacks at the Dollar Tree, and I felt like this was durable and would hold a lot of stuff, and I did get a lot of stuff. And I could just sling it on one shoulder, switch to the other shoulder later.
This is also sealed, or not sealed at the top, but and the material is like a plastic vinyl.
That's the other thing,
so
that
you
if
could
it
actually,
rains.
yeah, you could actually catch water, or you just actually be waterproof.
I was just thinking of protecting my stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, so overall, I don't think you did bad. I think with all these items, I could survive for 3 days easily.
I thought you only needed this.
I do, but I'm saying easily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I did go through afterwards, and I picked a couple items that I would use to replace these items. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna go over that I picked, different than what you picked, is gonna be your bag.
I thought I did good with the bag.
For an emergency situation, if I had just a couple minutes to run in and grab things. I probably would have grabbed this too because I saw it right away. It was sitting on an end cap, and this bag is durable. Like I said, it's like a plastic vinyl type material, and it will hold a lot of items because of its size. However, you're gonna have to carry it like this the whole time or on your shoulder, and after a while it's gonna wear on you, and it's gonna wear in your hands. It also doesn't free you up if something happens and you need to run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I opted for, instead of going for the shoulder type bag, I went with a standard drawstring bag. Now, this one isn't as big and it won't protect if it rains as well as this one will. However, this one does tighten to go over my shoulders. It is also a bright color. So if I'm trying to be seen somewhere or spotted, this will be seen on my back.
This is pretty obnoxious.
Look at this.
Yeah.
On my back, you know, it's one of those things where this is obviously...
This would be under my arm.
Yeah, and so this will be on my back, easy, so if I need to run, I'm gone. If I need anything, it's easy to maintain. Plus, if I am trying to store it, it just rolls right up and it takes up like that much room.
Okay.
So, that's the only thing. Not a horrible choice. I think, in my opinion, this is a better choice. Leave a comment below which one you think you would go for. The second item. I am a big fan of water bottles. I love water bottles. I think these are the greatest things on earth. Sort of. However, I have an issue with if it's an emergency situation and I don't have instant water, I'm out of luck. I have to go hunt for water. If something happens and I don't have water, so I know that I also needed something to carry my water in, and I opted, based on my size and my ability to carry, I opted for a giant jug of water. I have 1 gallon of water at access. It's not recommended to only drink a gallon of water over 3 days, but if this is all that I had access to, this would last me. Plus, it's got a little handle. Now, on my back, this would wear on me a lot. So that's the only downfall. I'm trading ease of movement and weight for a ready supply of water. So when it comes to picking items, not all items are going to be perfect for everybody. This gallon of water has got some weight to it. Someone my size, I can handle that on a daily basis. But if you're looking at someone, say, smaller framed, this would wear and tear on your back.
That
very
would
fast.
hurt, yes.
So again, you got to pick and choose based on where you are. Now, if you're in a city, more than likely you're going to have easy access to water. That thing would be perfect. I would rather go for that ready supply. That's just me. So, but again, it's a great thing. It's durable.
Can I just take some of your water and put it in here?
as I'm trying to grab all my stuff, she's just opening it. But this is a good size. It's very durable, and like it's a harder plastic, so it will last. But like I said, based on my needs, and I would rather go with that. So
I knew I messed up by not getting an actual bottle of water.
the next item that I would have probably not gone for is the candle. The candle is a good idea. However, there's enough stuff in my world that can catch on fire. So I would probably have opted out of that, and I would have replaced it with something like a pain reliever. You're in a stressful time, you're going to be hurrying, you're going to probably run into things, you might sprain an ankle, anything that can happen. You need something to help medicine-wise. I also was looking for any type of Neosporin or any type of medical thing like that. And
Like
they
a
were
first aid kit or
yeah,
something?
but they were actually out of it. So I had to go with what I did, and I wasn't going to be like, oh, well, on the screen right here, you'll see that. No, I went for a real world, this is all I had. So I went for a pain reliever just to keep me going. If you get a headache, anything like that, this will help you go. So I would have traded that out for the candle. The other item that I would have done, I wouldn't have gone for the additive, but I didn't even think about the additive. So that was
If it was any good.
Yeah.
But I had to get one that wasn't good.
So the additive, and I probably would have gone with just 1 tarp instead of two tarps and a shower liner. These are great, and these would be good whether rain catches, water stills, anything like that. These would have been great for a longer term survival situation. However, for an emergency, I would have gone for these 2 things. This is cotton rounds. These are just little round pieces of cotton used for makeup, emergencies, cuts, scrapes, anything like that. These are amazing. They're great little fire tenders. So you just light them and then they burn for usually about a minute before they go out. And then duct tape. With these, because I could have gone with Band-Aids or anything like that, but this right here is a way for me to secure items, way for me to treat any type of wound, and how to start a fire.
I'm so mad that I didn't think of getting duct tape. Like, that just hurts my soul that I didn't think to get duct tape.
So, and I think with here, like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, $16. I still would have had $1 or $2 extra that I could have spent on something. So,
17 the bag.
oh yeah, the bag, sorry, 17. I didn't realize it fell. But, so basically, these items right here is what I would go for to replace what, to go on top of hers. I think she would survive for 3 days with what she had, with what knowledge that she has, and honestly, just the baked beans. And one thing that I was really surprised, because she was debating on getting a can opener with one of her items instead of one of those or something else. And then she pointed out to me while we were standing there, because I was like, yeah, waste the money, go ahead. I was like, haha. And she goes, wait, this has a bottle opener and a can opener.
I was really thrilled because I only got it because I knew it was a multi-tool. I did the thing that people do is that, oh, multi-tool, I got that. I didn't actually look at it. I just knew it was a knife and.
Yep.
But turns out it's a knife and other things that I needed, but not duct tape. And I'm really upset with myself for that.
But yeah, so she got enough items that she could last 72 hours, maybe even 4 days at an emergency if she rationed her food and things like that. I'm very impressed with what you did because, like I said, she doesn't really have the survival experience.
I don't have the experience, but I have been your best friend long enough to have learned a lot from you. And I'm not just saying that. I learned all of this from you, except the nutrition part. I learned that from books.
I learned that from her. So this is our $20 emergency bug out bag for 72 hours. Leave a comment below. Let us know what would be in yours. Is there something different that you'd be like, you guys forgot this? The only other item that I think that I would have liked would be some kind of like notebook or pen combination.
Yeah.
So that way if I need to leave notes or if I need to map my area, things like that, that would be the only thing else that I would have added.
I didn't even consider that I wouldn't have my phone.
Mm-hmm. So
20 problems, guys.
I really appreciate you being here to go over the nutrition side and actually having fun in this experiment with me.
Anytime. That was really interesting to think about. I never really think about nutrition in a sense of survival.
I give you a solid B+.
Wow.
So I think you would survive.
Cool.
I think you stepped up to the plate and you got yourself a nice solid swing and you're gonna make it.
I figured C's get degrees, right?
And for those of you that don't know, Jen does have her own YouTube channels. She does have a music channel where she does her tap dance tutorials.
Very not survival related, yeah. So you guys might not be interested, but yes, I teach tap dance on YouTube.
And I know you're also fitness, things like that.
I have a lifestyle vlog as well where we talk about fitness, nutrition, fashion with a question mark, because I don't know, well, you can't really see my outfit today, but I have questionable fashion sense, and just random funny stuff. So
if you're looking to have fun and get some cardio in, definitely check out her channels. The links will be in the description. But Jen, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today and basically letting me criticize you on camera about your choices and how to survive.
As long as you don't actually make me go do it.
But yeah, if you guys would like to see me survive with what we have here, say for 72 hours out in the wilderness somewhere, leave a comment below. If we get enough comments and if I feel like you guys would really like to see that, I might be willing to do it. But yeah, so anyways, I'm Running Mouth. This is Jen.
Sup?
And you guys saw Tactical Kitty earlier, Sayuri, but I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me on this first video on this channel. Thanks for surviving with me.